Okay. See, the bots are here already. I gotta turn this monitoring off. One sec. Can't talk and listen at the same time. Okay, that's better. So, voice still recovering. Been sick for a minute. Hopefully this is okay. I'm gonna see how this goes. Oh, this is not my settings. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta re-roll this. Okay, let's try that. That looks better. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try to make this as fast as I can. Chances are, probably can't actually finish it in time. I didn't mean to do entrance rando, but I did it anyway, so we'll see what happens. Starting with Frog. Yeah, I tried to roll the seed. I messed up the settings. Pseudo rolled it for me. I forgot to re-roll it, so we should be good now, hopefully. It looks good. So I did do the bucket gauntlet thing. Physical Luca, champion's badge, I think. Guess we'll find out. Still 35% chance, so probably won't see it anyway. It's not a bad start. Well, that's easy. Okay. Thank you, Seed. We might actually get done. So this is not an objective, but I have a habit of just like doing stuff as I see it on the off chance like it gives me something I actually need. I don't want to have to come back later. I also don't have to mark it. So got the dragon armor already. That's a nice little boost. I forgot to check my weapons. I'll take that, sure. Got plus 16 power from gear. It's not so bad. Attacks, slurp cut 20, leap slash 8. Everything else junk. But I like those techs. It's a good couple techs to have. I'm hoping my audio's working. I'm not actually looking at it. You know what? I'll fight these guys, sure. Oh, never mind. I've made a mistake. Oops. I guess they run away if you do that. I didn't know. Interesting. Alright, what are you saying? Yeah, I'm just naturally quiet. I can turn it up, but on my end, it looks like it's hitting like minus 10 decibels. I don't want to go into the red, so I'll just live with it. If it ends up being like super duper quiet though, let me know, I'll turn it up. I'll blow everybody's ears out. Also, I can barely even talk right now. I thought I'd be feeling better by now, but I'm just barely hanging in still. Maybe I can reposition. I don't know. Yeah, I think I was looking at it before I started. I think at least the game audio balance is okay. Trying to listen to my VOD yesterday at work, just because that's kind of like my my measurement of how listenable something is, and it seemed like maybe the game audio was a little bit too high. Kind of blend together once in a while, but I got it turned down a little bit now, so it should be a little better. So this should be pretty easy. Level 1 boss. There we go. Okay, crit. Thanks. I think I got water 2 already, so clearing stuff shouldn't be a big deal. Let's see what we get here. If it's jets, I'm gonna scream. Okay. Not even randomized. Uh, 600 ruins. Nice. Hela. So probably not going to be one of those like super difficult seeds, the way this is going already. Dino Tail, Cat Attack. I will take that. Cheap Rock Throw. 20 MP Slurp Cut. Feeling the Chrono right now. That'd be a pretty good pairing with all that. The X Strike, Falcon Hit potentially. You got a transition. 600 Carpenter. We'll come back to that. I guess I'm doing the North Cape. If nothing else, I'll get some levels off it. Okay, I got my guy. Just the man I was looking for. So this should take like 3 rounds, if I had to guess. Not a big threat as of right now. Lucky guess. We got Slurp Cut already, that's nice. So, not great for dual techs. Expensive Lightning, cheap Spin Cut and Cyclone. I will take it though, it'll be okay. A high enough level. So, pretty powerful start to the seed. I'm gonna mark that there. I'm trying this thing where I just mark transitions instead of doing them. I'm sure that's a terrible idea, but we'll see. You'll never really know until you try, right? Got Sunkeep there. Sure. So I got the max price shops, I believe. However, I haven't seen a shop yet, so that sucks. I'm sure they're all going to be in like one place. It's going to be like a shopping mall. I don't have charm, do I? Not yet, okay. Interesting set of enemies here. I don't remember what the Blizzardactyl's charms are, but I might come back for them later if I remember. I'm pretty sure there's something decent. Especially in a seed like this where, you know, consumables are super expensive. You'll take what you can get with that. You know, the less money you spend on consumables, the better off you're going to be, generally speaking. I really should heal up. I don't know what I'm thinking. Playing a dangerous game here. So if I just keep him locked in the water cycle, he should go down in like a turn or so. Probably not going to kill anybody. I definitely want to keep all the juicy experience for ourselves. Anytime we kill a boss with a character down, it's very problematic. That's the kind of thing that, you know, adds up over time. Just generally good practice to have your characters higher level than, you know, the enemies are. So not a great Falcon hit, but I do have a decent starting weapon. It's cheap. It may see some use just for that reason. So we did find the champion's badge. That's nice. Decent enough. I'll take it. Sure, let's do another check. Why not? The less I have to remember, the better. I'm terrible at entrance randomizer. And we also get our first shop, so we take those as well. Sure. Nah, I don't want that. It's giving me too good of weapons. It's hard to sell this stuff. Guess I got 2 of those. Definitely don't need more helmets. Just in case. I shouldn't need heals for any reason unless I get like Lavost or something, but we'll see what happens. Did I heal? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save just because that shopping took a minute. I'd hate to wipe for a silly reason. Anybody out there watching, you know, if ever presented with an opportunity to save before fighting something, just do it. It's definitely worth the trouble. Because you might run into something like this. You know, not a high chance that the boss sucks, but high enough. So I've got to do about 1,000 damage here. We'll see how that does. So not super threatening. I've got pretty high level characters still. It's still pretty early in the run. So at this point, I think if I do Falcon hit, Slash will go down. We won't trigger the counterattack. Lee's just gonna run, but that's okay. So I'm not gonna get full experience for this, but as far ahead of the levels as I am already, I'm not super worried about that. Like I said, we got pretty fortunate with recruits. We got Protodome, we got North Cape. I do have them set to be lower level than they normally would be, just for the fact that North Cape can be free in entrance rando. But it's still at like 18, so definitely still a good find early. Definitely worth fighting the boss for. So not a hard seed yet, thankfully. So jerky, that's definitely one of those items where you know, you'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Especially entrance rando, you know, having to find 2 different locations. A lot of potential backtracking there. So I'll put a pin in this for later in case we get like a charged pendant. We get the seed. We'll just come back to it. Otherwise, I think we're done here. I got the 3 vigil hats already. There's some good consumables, but nothing worth making a note of. Okay, I've got that marked. Dina Inn, Blackbird. So if I do get the Jets of Time, I will just come there. Another Guardia Forest, Lab 16. Got a 50-50 shot that this ends up being a redundant transition here. It is the 600 one. We know the Bangor Dome that we saw earlier connects to the 1000 one, so this is at least different from that. So, still a 50-50 shot though. We saw the forest at the bottom there. Okay, good. We got lucky there. I'm gonna mark that. First transition. There's another one. And a shop. Nothing good there. So like I said earlier, playing on max prices, everything in the game, it's going to cost $65,000 no matter what. That sounds kind of bad, but that also means everything sells for half of that. So no matter what you get from a shop, you can just, trade 2 items to get it. So, we try to aim for, like really good pickups, high level gear, high level consumables. Everything else, maybe try to just, live off what we find if we can. Just really, keep the economy in our favor. Especially later in the game, as you end up needing more consumables. It's better to just, not spend them until absolutely necessary. So if you can be more efficient or use like inns or something between dungeons. So that's pretty good. I may actually scoop some of those up. I got a Valiant Terra Arm, Voltonics. I'm not going to buy all of this stuff. I will, however, make a note. So I'll put the dragon armor on Chrono. He just gets more benefit from the power as of right now. Frog's physical techs are last. I'm gonna make a note of this location. Quite a few notes, actually. Got like Voltonic. Some good stuff there. The Carpenter's Wife. Got an inn, I'll just use it. So we saw a Giga Gaia cave. It threw me off for a second there. We know it's Hecarim Cave. We know the boss is Giga Gaia. It's just a peak thing. I'm gonna go ahead and check that. It's both a check and a transition. Nothing I really want to fight here. I'm still decently ahead of the curve on the levels. You know, if everything goes well, we're just gonna stay ahead. But if not, we'll pick up some extra fights. I'm trying to keep a mental note of, you know, any enemy I see that has a worthwhile charm that we can come back to later, potentially. Haven't seen a whole lot yet. So we know it's Giga Gaia. Falcon hit strats, just like in vanilla, are going to be pretty good here. The boss shouldn't be a big threat. I've got a Shadow Absorb on 2 characters, so may not need to heal at all. My higher level character does not have it, but because he's higher level, it shouldn't be a big deal. So one more round of that should take the hands out. Be a few rounds to take the face out, but that's okay. Not a big threat. Let me use this time to try out some dual techs. We'll see how this drill kick does. So, only a little bit better than Falcon hit. Animation kind of sucks, so maybe I just won't do that. If I do end up putting a lot of power on Ayla, you know, it might be worth it, but as of right now, no. She does have pretty good power growth, though, so unless I find like a really good Chrono weapon that may just outpace it naturally. But by the time any of that matters, I'll probably have better things anyway. So when the hands come back, they do have half HP, so this should just kill everything. So not so bad. Got a wood sword. I don't remember what was on the wood sword. I just know I didn't keep it. Oh, actually, I guess I didn't get a wood sword. I better double check. So that's one objective down. If we do end up with flight, we can go straight to Omen. Oh, another bot. Wonderful. Just gonna go ahead and take care of that. Don't care what you have to say. Alright, what do we got? Nope. Is that an objective? No. So I will go ahead and mark that that's Magus's castle. I don't see any reason to actually go there. But just in case, if I want like some levels or something, it might be worth marking it. I'm going to do a house warp. I'm going to check some different transitions here. Heal up, get my allowance. Got a hyper ether. That's okay. So I did, have a branching path right here. I'm just gonna go ahead and see what the other path leads to. Get a shelter while I'm at it. Never have too many of those. It's good to kind of remember where this spot is, just in case. Again, especially, with the way the item prices are, any free healing is good healing. So I took that, I think. Okay, no, I've messed something up. There might not have actually been a transition. I might just be lying to myself. I might have wasted a minute here. I apologize. I'll just double check. Oh, you know what? That might have been it right there. The transition I was thinking of. Okay. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to check a different one. I think there was one here. Yeah. So I know that the gate here is just going to lead to the bridge, because I've found both sides of that already. So we'll see where the top side takes us. Okay. So that's... transition... So I got a Frenzy Band and a Valor Crest. I'm just going to go ahead and use those. Pretty powerful items, especially, with all these weapon settings we have, all the good stuff we can find early on. Significantly more powerful than, weapons normally would be. So that's junk. Skyway and, what was this? Bridge. Okay, so I'm gonna mark the bridge. We'll come back to that later. We're gonna see where the Skyway goes. Oh, nice. What do we got? Last village. Shop, okay. Regal plate. Oh, that's tempting. Power tab, seed. Oh my goodness. Go ahead and put those on. Well, I'll keep the power. Definitely grabbing the seed. So I'll make a note of that. Regal plates, power tabs, full tonics. Definitely worth coming back to. So we got a forest maze. See where that goes. So we did find a key item in a shop here. I picked up that seed. We've already done Airstone. Shop key items, there are duplicates. They're not in logic. So the seed's not necessarily telling me to do this, but I am going to go ahead and check it. I bought the seed. There's a very good chance now that I've bought the seed, I'm just going to find one in about 2 minutes, but that's okay. I've been a good boy in terms of budgeting. I can waste 2 items on that. Power seal. It's tempting, but I want my crits and my my frenzy band. I would put it on Frog, but he doesn't have his physical text yet. So, got 2 floating continents knocked out. I just need to find the palace one. And we should have access to all of that. There's a whole lot of junk here, it looks like. Got the jerky turn in. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I haven't found the other side of that yet, but at least now we won't have to come back here unless we do the sealed stuff. I will go ahead and mark it for that. Alright, so I'm gonna go back home. I'm gonna see where that Telma grave went. If I can remember how to get back there. It was this way. Yeah. So we're gonna check this. This girl is going the wrong way. Yeah, that's better. Oh, look at that. Wow. I'm gonna see what he sells. So I think we found all of our floating continent stuff. So that's nice. Nothing worth coming here for. Alright. So I think the only stone we've left unturned at this point is here. Okay, we got a whole new landmass. Great. Into the forest. We'll go ahead and check the cursed woods. Got some blue scouts. That's aliens. I think they give something good. I don't remember what. Probably like ethers or elixirs or something. Don't feel obligated to chat if work's, doing work stuff. I understand. I'm still gonna be here for another hour or so. So we did get the hero medal. We're gonna see where we get here. Okay, so we've got our flight. I really want to want to have a mode where you just can't find the Jets of Time. It kind of ruins the fun a little bit, I think, at least for entrance rando. I'm gonna try not to use that. I didn't really plan on finishing the run anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and mark that Robo's there. I just want to keep exploring. So we got Fiona there. Been finding like a lot of junk locations in all this. Makes it easy to keep track, at least. $600. I'll turn this in. So, like I was saying earlier, you know, I just do checks as I find them if I can. Here's an example of, you know, that working out. I already had the rainbow shell, so I don't have to come back here to do it later. Same thing for the jerky. I found the jerky. I found the hero medal, so by the time I got to all those places, I didn't have to remember where they were. I had what I needed already. So if you're like me, you know, you struggle remembering where a bunch of different places are, definitely reduces the mental load a lot to, you know, be kind of thorough, you know, not have to keep track of so much, you know, just get key items anytime you have the opportunity. I don't think I saw a character up there. If we do end up doing Cathedral, I will come back, just in case. You know, there's a high chance that I just was not paying attention. So in this entire run, I've got like 5 key items, and they're all just essentially stuff that leads to other key items. That's kind of interesting. I don't know what the odds of that are, but I was just thinking about that. So I shouldn't have to come back there. Got a skyway there. I will mark it. I will come back later. I think that's an objective. I'm gonna see if I can't do this new fight first. My damage is a little bit questionable, but maybe with the power seal, might be able to two-shot him. It may just be better to do the counterattacks instead. Pendant, sure. Haven't found a place to turn that in yet, but on the off chance I do. What else did I want? Oh, Pearl Edge. So that'll be useful. I may put the Frenzy Band on him. But yeah, I think Carnot's got the right idea there. That's pretty much what I was going for when I saw that. At the very least, it should make it very hard for this fight to wipe me. So a good thing to remember, you got like 2 triangles of news here, right side up and upside down one. The upside down one, the top left, the top right, the bottom center, they're the ones that do 1 HP, they attack first. So you do not need to kill them first. That's a nice little weapon I got there. I guess Ayla's got HP leech too, that's nice. So as long as you take out, the other triangle, the ones that do the 1 HP, it's not a fight you can lose. So that's just gonna do 1. Oh no, sorry, that's gonna bring you to 1. I was thinking of the middle one. Okay, good, we're not dead. It's like a 1 in 3 chance Chrono went down there. Thankfully it didn't happen. So these can't kill me anymore. They can bring me down to 1, but who cares? So get 90 tech points, get a couple levels. Getting close to like our high level techs already. You love to see it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do Denadoro as well. I'm pretty sure I had that as an objective. So we do have that sight cap. That's a pretty good item for Lavos. However, I've got 3 Vigil hats already. I've also got Regal Plate, which is really nice, like in terms of magic defense, physical defense. So looking pretty good, like as far as end game capabilities go. Shouldn't be a big problem, assuming I can get there before I have to leave. It's been a pretty nice seed so far, so fingers crossed. I don't want to fight these guys anymore. So 1 more hit should do it. So still keeping up the trend of finding items that lead to other items. I got the pendant in the shop. Only thing it'll give me potentially Marl Recruit if she's at the fair, or just another key item at Mammon Machine. Despite that, we're doing okay. We're progressing at a pretty good pace. I'm doing pretty good on levels, scaling. Pretty good party power overall. I will check all the chests here, just because, I know there's a whole lot of stuff still on the table. Haven't seen Prism Specs, Sunshades. Haven't seen Prism Helm. Haven't seen Rainbow, or any number of things. So there's still like a lot of potential upside in the looting here. It's seeming like a pretty fast seed. That can often be a trap, just because like you kind of circumvent all the looting you might normally do. You definitely want, until you've pretty much locked in like your party, everything they need, you definitely want to find everything you can, just make it that much easier. Although, you know, once you've got, you know, your top tier equipment, you know, your ultimate weapons and prism specs and things like that, all your consumables you're gonna need. Obviously, looting not so important anymore. But it's kind of hard to, you know, get to that point anyway. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, okay. So even though I intentionally avoided the Jets of Time turn in with this, I think I should still have enough to do the commons, do the Blackbird. The Blackbird, I believe, is also an objective, so that would put me at 3 objectives. I'm gonna try to remember to keep like a spare set of equipment so I can do like the quick Blackbird technique. Just save so much time. What am I doing? Hitbox throwing me off there. Okay, so I should get a pendant charge here. I've seen a couple sealed chests I might go back and look for. I saw some ones I could empower at the jerky spot. I didn't see the other half of that yet. So not like a high priority, but you know, as I kind of... I wonder what the boss is going to be. You know, as I kind of pass by these places, I'm just going to, you know, use that. So we've got Z and Al. It's a hint for the next boss. It's going to be Queen Zeal. So it shouldn't be a big problem dealing with that. You know, I've got party healing. I've got leech. She probably is going to have like 7,000 HP or more though. So it might take a minute. I do have counterattacks though. She does a lot of AoE stuff, so we're going to get a lot of free damage in, a lot of free healing as well. I think I might have taken the Frenzy Band off of Frog. I probably shouldn't have done that, but... I don't know, we all make mistakes. I think Charm should get me a Mega as well. If it hits. If... So I will need to throw out a party heal. I don't think I'm getting her halfway dead before she can attack. Almost certainly not. I'm just gonna throw out a Slurp Kiss. Actually, vanilla Slurp Kiss 1-in-1. Despite that, it's still a very powerful tech. Does pretty good healing. Takes off any status you might have. Okay, so I think I did make it to the halfway point. So I should just be able to kill the boss outright. I'm gonna try the charm again. Oh. I really want that Mega. I know she drops one, but I believe she also charms one. You know, having one mega, really nice for Lavos 3. Having 2 megas, nice for Lavos 2 and Lavos 3. Having 3 or more, it's very free. I didn't see what the charm was. I probably should have looked. I want to believe it's a mega, but I might just be wrong. Oops. So again, I committed to not using the Jets of Time turn in, but because I found the long way to get flight anyway, we're gonna do that. Let's see what we can do here. So I'm gonna put Chrono in front. Oops. He's got no weapon to change into. I'm gonna take the gear off of these other two. So this strategy does save some time on the Blackbird. I'm going to use it to additionally peek the bosses, just in case. Like, I don't want to get locked into something I can't actually do. So that does add a little extra time, but not wiping saves time. So we might adjust our strategy depending on what bosses are here. It's just good to be prepared. I think it's worth the extra time. So I took everything off of Chrono. No, I took everything off of the other two. I kept everything on Chrono. So we're gonna lean into some magic for sure here. Magic defense, definitely a good idea as well. So Chrono, he's just gonna get his stuff back from the first chest. The other two, I put all their stuff in the inventory, so I can just equip them from the item chest. Additionally, Ayla can just attack even without her weapon, so we will have two characters here we can fight with. So we're kind of gonna just avoid doing the entire dungeon, essentially. Just gonna come down here, hug the left side, go right in here, kill this stuff. Hopefully that's enough. It's not like a strong couple of enemies. So we're gonna put the equipment back on. We gotta remember we're fighting Ret Knight and Hecarim. So any You know, counterattacks, probably not going to matter that much. Magic defense, might as well, sure, why not? Magic plus 6, just because, you know, we're going to do some magic damage on Hecarim. May save a turn or two, hopefully. So I'm going to look at my techs. We're not super close to maxing out, but we can probably do it if we do end up killing all this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and increase my odds of success here. Get some counters, you know, some extra attacks in, hopefully, if they fire the laser at the right person. If I can get all my techs here, that'd be pretty nice. It is a gamble. It does take some time, unfortunately. It's not looking good for this one. Wow. So I may not bother. If that's how the rest of them are going to go, not much point, unfortunately. I don't really need counters here. So just, you know, a little bit of a quick way to do this dungeon. I did make it longer by fighting those turrets. I made it longer by checking the bosses, but now we know, you know, Hecarim especially, we don't need counters. We do need some magic damage. For this boss, we obviously don't. So you can rock throw the top. I'm pretty sure you can rock throw whatever piece is on the top, so if the top dies, you can throw the middle. The top and the middle are down. I think you can throw the legs. It's been a while since I've tried that, but I think that's how it works. So Chrono can pretty much take out the legs by himself. So we're gonna tag team the top here. So all too common mistake with Red Knight, do not kill the core. Don't do it. Don't kill the core. Don't kill the core. Do not kill the core. It'll make the fight a lot harder. Don't do it. You know, very small chance it runs away, but just because of the nature of the fight, it's going to be like one hit from death by the time you actually attack it. So don't kill it. Do not kill it. I see we got some listening comprehension in the chat. You know, not a good amount of it, but there's a level of it. They understood the word core and kill. We joke, of course. So as you can see, again, not killing the core, it works out pretty well. The boss, not super hard. Leech attacks generally are percent HP based. So, you know, if you know you're fighting a boss, say Ret Knight, for example, you know it's gonna steal your HP. It's gonna do probably like half your health pool when it does it. So in this situation, you can kill the core. Reason being, the top has like 2 HP left. So it's not going to matter that the core is dead. You know, if you are paranoid about running as a, you know, I'm sure people that kill the core first might be, you know, you can just do that instead. You can just kill it right before the rest of it dies. So that's going to pump our scaling up. If we do get access to end of time quickly, I might be able to finish. No promises. Probably not happening. Oh, goodness. So what do I have for magic? I do have Tailspin. It's not going to hit probably. So she's not going to do anything here. Water is going to be my bread and butter. I don't have anything else really all that good. So it's going to take like 15 waters to take this boss out. That kind of sucks. I can do Sword Stream here. It'll make water hit a little bit harder. I may try Spire, but I'm not confident in that. I don't think it's going to be worth the trouble. Doesn't inspire any confidence. So when it does Cyclone, it's a very strong attack, and it almost certainly will hit the same character twice. So little trick you can do, heal the person that gets hit by Cyclone. And then they're not going to die. Not dying generally considered a good thing. I'm going to take this opportunity to top off a little bit. So like I said, this is just kind of going to suck. But we did get that extra magic on Frog. We are boosting the water with Sword Stream. So, it could certainly be worse. So just like with the Cyclone, if it hits a character with a bubble, very high chance it's going to hit that same character with the bubble like immediately afterwards. Not such a big deal for the bubble. It's not a very strong attack. Again, demonstrating the secret technique of just heal the person that got cycloned. You know, it's a frustrating boss. A lot of time spent waiting for the counterattack to wear off. Depending on your party, you know, magic damage may not be so common. So anything you can do to just keep it under control, definitely helpful. Oh, right, it's not even countering yet. What am I doing? So he's got a favorite. He's doing a lot of cyclones on Chrono here. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, once again, just, you know, heal him. If another bubble comes out, it's certainly hitting him. Okay, I lied. It hit somebody else, but that's okay because they also were not dead. But even if I'm lying there, you know, generally good practice to expect, you know, that second hit to go on them because it will kill them most of the time. You know, sometimes we gotta enhance the truth a little bit. You know, just prepare for the worst. So he's almost done. Kind of a longer fight, but considering, you know, what it could have been. It could have been like a much more difficult boss. We could have wiped on it. We're not all that upset. So again, expecting Ayla to get hit by 2 cyclones here. And she did, so we did go ahead and heal her. She's safe now. He's not going to do like another cyclone. I'm the first roll of the seed. I don't know what you're talking about. So that might kill her, I don't know. So we just need to do one more sword stream. I don't know if he's going to counter while he's dead, but I'm not going to mess with that. Water Wave is a very strong attack. We'll just be safe. Yes, he looks very goofy. He's just hanging out in his bathtub, minding his own business. Yeah, it has been a pretty nice seed. Good thing too, because I didn't have time for a troll one. So that'll be scaling level 40 for us. Magus Castle, that's in the back pocket if we need some extra levels. If we even have time to finish. I don't actually have go mode yet. We don't need to check any transitions. We've done, everything we can as far as finding like the floating continents and stuff. So really just looking for objectives, quick checks, easy stuff. Done that. So looking for Ozzy Fort, Johnny Race, Specchio Factory, Cyrus Grave. I like my odds against these guys. So something to remember, I did not remember, you gotta re-equip after the Blackbird if you do that Blackbird strategy, because it'll reset your gear to what it was when you came in, no matter what. A lot of magic defense. I think I saw an inn up here somewhere. Yeah. I think this one's expensive. 20. Oh no. Anyway, so like I was trying to say, I'm gonna do my best to just get some objectives knocked out if I can find them. Another market. Valiant Scythe, that's interesting. 25% damage, Black Rock, Voltonics. Maybe. See a Genodome. I don't have a reason or even the ability to go here, but I will mark it. It may come in handy later. So I barely even explored this continent. Forest ruins. I can get this. Not feeling great about my chances of actually finishing before I leave, but we're just gonna play as if I was gonna finish. If we get to the last boss and we're prepped, it might as well be a completed seed. So. I don't know what button you're talking about. I'm sorry. Oh, right. Mayor's Manor. This is probably something. Yeah. So I got a C trigger. You know, if I find the fair, I can get a key item from Beckler. So I did find somewhere. Where did I find that? I think I know. Yeah, we've got a cheater in the chat. Fortunately for him, he's only doing it, you know, when it actually is necessary. We've had a couple bugs lately that kind of made things impossible. Did I even get this item? I don't remember. No. Oh, it's my lucky day. So this is kind of a long road to go down just to get like you know, 2 sealed chests, but it's usually pretty good items. Might as well use it. And I promise you, if you call the police on somebody cheating in a video game, you're gonna get arrested for wasting their time. It's not gonna go the way you think it is. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay, so we got a Lumen robe. Good chance that turns into a Zodiac cape. Do I have a quick path back to my time machine? I wonder. Kinda. Okay, I'll just do that. I think it was right here, actually. Yeah, generally speaking, you know, if you've got a boss doing over 1,000 damage to your party, you're probably gonna have to cheat. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really see a way around that. I could be mistaken though. It was like 1332 or something. I could see like a path forward, but it's probably not doing that. So in terms of Lavos, I'm doing pretty good on magic defense. I've got the immunity. I'm not sure on consumables, but I do have Slurp Kiss, which I think it kind of reduces the need to have consumables by a decent amount. I suppose I could just go through Omen, but I don't have time for that. Even if I had thought of it earlier, I still wouldn't have had time, so. I'm gonna hold off on shopping. Good to know we got revives here, though. Oh, there's my seed. I've been looking for that. Just gonna check what's here. Don't really want to fight him. He's dangerous. So I'm gonna see what this is. If I fail early, I don't have the money to waste anyway. It's also less of a big deal in a seed like this anyway. I don't know where Tata's house is, but I want to be ready if I do find it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Probably not necessary. Interesting quirk with this palette. ever so slightly harder to see like the pose he's in, just because it kind of blends in with the background. It messes with my head. So something to be mindful of, you know, if you're into the custom palettes, blending in with the background, it can mess with you. I'm just gonna fail. Real. Should be like 4,000 or 5,000. Oh, what's at the desert? Never checked. Page roll. I guess. So I'm like 80% sure there was no character at the 600 castle. We're gonna skip that. But we will do the actual check. In a quick way. Oh no. So Killwalla's definitely some of the stronger enemies you're going to run into. Not necessarily in terms of danger, but high magic resistance, decent amount of health. So what I'm really looking for is like a Masamune, so I can get Robo, or potentially like get a gate key here with Luca. Then I can just go straight to end of time, and if not finish the seed, I almost certainly can't do that. At least, you know, get to the point where it is finishable. Not super okay. I really want to do double tap. Not super crazy about the frog. Might just drop him. I don't even think I have a good Luca weapon, but I just want to see it. Yes, it is. I'm a very big fan of it. I kind of go back and forth like on the colors for it. There's a lot of good combinations that look pretty good on it. Did I put a weapon on? Yeah. Wonder shot, sure. It's the perfect perfect thing to test this with. Ooh, goodness. Sorry. Well, that's an interesting animation I've never seen before, I think. Mega Bomb Flare. 2 cost flare, wow. At least the double tap is 20. That's really what we're here for. Yeah, I'm glad it's coming back too. I wish it would come back quicker. It's still kind of painful. Definitely, you know, not 100% yet. I don't know what, maybe a counterattack. I'm not sure what damaged that. Yes, I'm pretty excited about that. I've got Wonder Shot even with random damage, so hopefully at least, you know, by the end of the run, I'll get to try it, if nothing else. Let me look at this. So it's attack times 9. So it's better even than a 15 MP cat attack, which is pretty good. And because it is a wonder shot, not only is the base damage higher, it's got the random damage property, so you know, if I get lucky, it'll be very good. Typically, generally not a very lucky person, but we'll see. I should have checked what boss this was. Oops. That's the thing you can do. Go into that that break room where the monsters are. They name him. If only I had double tap already. I also wish it was an elder spawn for the what you call it. Haste Helm. Yeah, I like Haste Helm. I just can't remember the name of it. I'm just gonna go ahead and not heal. We'll see how that works out for us. I'm sure it's gonna go great. So the good news is this enemy type, it gives a lot of tech points, so I should at least get the double tap or tap. Okay, didn't need to heal, great. Thankfully, generally scary enemies that hit really hard also don't have a lot of hit points. I've got all my techs. I have a good feeling that, you know, if I did fight Lavos at this point, I would win. I've got like a good team for it, good magic defense, and a gate key. Wow. I think Protect is on a like real second timer, like anytime the ATB is ticking, so you can actually get more turns out of it with a faster battle speed, if I'm remembering right. So I talked a lot of garbage about being able to kill Lavos just now, but I do still want some levels. If I were to challenge the boss. But we'll try it anyway. We'll see what happens. You know, got a couple minutes to die. That's good enough. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna fight the boss. If I die, the run ends. If I run out of time, we'll just cut it there. Maybe cheat just to kill the boss. I am significantly lower level than like one would normally be challenging Lavos, but don't necessarily feel like a lack of confidence. At the very least, I've got like decent gear for it. Can also make it better. So I think, you know, given some good RNG, maybe a couple resets, I could probably do it with this, but we only get one shot at it. Oh, you know what? I haven't gotten past the gauntlet. Now that I think about it, I'm only on 3 objectives, so maybe we just go through the gauntlet and cut it there. I'll give it like 5 minutes. We'll see how far we can get. So this is a new feature. You can have the gauntlet restored. I set it to where if I get 4 objectives, the gauntlet gets turned off automatically. I also set it to be unscaled, so fully vanilla. Thankfully, that just means like really easy fights here. You know, time permitting, we can at least get through the shell, maybe, if we're lucky. Oh, I should have double tapped. Oops. I'm guessing double tap is physical damage. It's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, it is. We'll just do Mega Bomb instead. Hopefully Wonder Shot rolls well enough. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'd be curious to do like a scaled run just as like a challenge. Had I had more time, I probably would have done that. I kind of messed up the seed settings and screwed myself there. Yeah. Alright, let's see it. That could have been worse. Did about as much damage as the Falcon hit did. Twice, though. I think that was a physical resistant boss. So I shouldn't have put all those power tabs on Chrono, now that I think about it. Oh well. If I'm gonna lean into Volt Bite, but again, I'm not finishing this, so whatever. Nice. 4,000 damage, almost. So unscaled, I think it feels pretty good. Definitely an option. You know, if you're wanting to do the thing where words, you know, you want to do the bucket with like a lower objective count like this without it taking an extra half an hour. I think that's perfectly valid. Just gonna save some time with that. You know, if I wasn't if I was actually gonna finish the run, I wouldn't have done that just now. I should have brought Frog in. Oh, I don't even have the sword, never mind. Oh, come on. What are you doing? There we go. Yeah, I think if you scale it, it should pretty much be like a Black Omen equivalent, probably. It would definitely take like 25 minutes to get through it, which is pretty comparable to Omen. Omen also gives you like the levels and the chests and stuff, so it's still kind of a meaningful decision in that respect. Alright, so I put the mini boss to sleep. I'm gonna put some shoes on real quick while it lowers its defenses. Hopefully I don't die. Oh, everything's beeping. What's happening? Alright, so I'm probably gonna make this the last thing I fight. Where is that beeping coming from? I don't know. Holy moly. It's like the worst attack I've ever seen. Alright, come on, big hit. Big hit. Good enough, okay. Alright, good enough for me. I gotta go, unfortunately. I think I could have maybe won.